Bonk. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Last Night Productions. I'm your host, Carlos. With me today, I got Samantha, I got Christian, and I got Ian. How you all doing?
Good.
Good. We actually just got out of the theater, the Imax theater, after watching director Denis Villeneuve's latest installment of Dune Part 2, 2024. This one's PG-13 and it weighs in at 2 hours and 46 minutes. Let's roll the clip.
Do see a way. There is a narrow way through. My allegiance is to you. Do you believe me?
This is a form of power that our world has not yet seen. The ultimate power.
I want you to know I will love you as long as I breathe.
You will never lose me as long as you stay who you are.
Consider what you're about to do, Paul Atreides.
Silence!
This prophecy is how they enslave us! You are not prepared for what is to come.
Yes, Dune 2. After part 1, Paul Atreides must seek revenge after his whole house is annihilated. He teams up with the Fremen and he gets to ride some worms in part 2. It's an action-packed film. It's a big film, especially in IMAX. But Ian, why don't you start us off? What'd you think about Dune Part 2?
Oh, it was cool. I'm glad we got to see it and at IMAX because we I don't know how many IMAXs there are, like these legitimate IMAX screens in the country anymore, but it's really awesome we have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been hearing the term fake IMAXs lately.
Yeah.
Like you go to like a Cinemark or something,
Right.
and it's just a bigger screen.
Yeah, it's just kind of...
It's not the full IMAX.
The sound was really good too.
Yes.
A lot of boomingness. Yeah, it was good. I did enjoy it. You know, it didn't blow my mind. I mean, I don't really expect to get my mind blown anymore, but it was good. I did like it. Nice. Yeah. How about anyone else?
Christian, what do you think about part 2?
I thought it was cool. Yeah, it's really cool. It's what I expected. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be bad or anything because we were talking before we went in. We are like, it's not gonna be bad, you know. Take like some kind of phenomenon for Denis Villeneuve. I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, something like that.
You know, to go bad. That guy doesn't miss though.
No, he's a very good director. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's ever made something that's bad.
Blade Runner 2049.
Everything I've seen, I've really enjoyed.
Arrival.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen all of his stuff, but
I don't think I have either. But
what I have seen is it's always good.
Yeah, same.
Always very good. The score was really cool. I think they only used like that one thing, basically.
Yeah.
That's pretty much like the only like song that they have they have like different variations of it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the ladies scream.
I was waiting for you to do it.
Yeah, but
Sterling says Denny V movies be like
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of that. I think I know what he's like. That was like that got really big like in the 2010s, I want to say.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Like Inception.
Yes. I think Inception was the one that really kind of kicked that off.
Well, I remember talking a lot about part 1. It's soundtracks done by Hans Zimmer.
Right. Yeah.
And just being a big fan.
Yeah.
Oh man.
For Dune?
Yeah, Dune. Yeah. He came back and I think he did it again for this one.
Yeah.
I better double check.
Pretty sure.
But he hits, man. Yeah. Love me some Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, he's a good composer.
Yeah. Samantha, what do you think about Dune Part 2?
I thought it was okay. I was nothing really like grabbed me or like made it feel too special or memorable. It was just like a royalty fighting royalty kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which it was cool. I liked the costuming and the colors. Yeah. It felt very Star Wars like, and especially Javier as Stilgar. He was like the Jar Jar Binks.
Really?
He was like the
Uh,
comedic relief.
I don't
of
know
the time.
about that. I see what you
Not as
mean.
bad, but
yeah,
yeah.
I see what you mean, but oof.
Yeah.
Jar
He
Jar
was-
Binks, he's on a level of his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot. It was just him being funny.
Yeah.
Which kind of stood out.
Other than that, it's a really serious movie though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they got that going on.
Yeah, there was that scene when Javier's riding the worm across the desert. I was like, what the hell is he doing? And then Timothy goes out there and wrangles up one of the worms.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, they show a lot of stuff in the trailer.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
you know he's gonna get the worm. You know that is it Gurney? He comes back.
Yeah.
They show that in the trailer.
Okay. I don't even know
So-
if I had watched the trailer now that I think about it.
Probably a good thing because it spoils some stuff.
Josh Brolin.
I
playing
mean,
Gurney.
I kind of already I've never read the books. I've seen the 80s movie. So I kind of know where things are going. It's not, it's not like I, kind of felt like I had anything spoiled. I kind of knew where everything, the plot beats and whatnot. But yeah. No, you're right. They do. After watching that trailer, they do show a lot.
Yep.
What about you, Carlos?
Star-studded cast. My goodness.
Yeah.
Timothée Chalamet, Josh Brolin, Javier Bardem, Zendaya, Austin Butler. Elvis is in this one. Elvis is in the building in this one.
This is on the planet.
Dave Bautista really impressed me. Florence Pugh showed up. Oh my god, the visuals were amazing. You have to see this on the biggest screen.
Yeah.
There are some big pictures in this
Yeah.
movie.
Really good cinematography.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Really well done.
I could tell a little bit of CGI here and there, maybe for like the crowd
Mhm.
work
Yeah.
in the big stadiums,
Yeah.
but it's still really, really fun.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Yeah.
With the stadium, I thought it was cool how there was people walking up to look out over the arena, and they would be in color and they turn into black and white.
Yeah.
But I also figured
Yeah.
that was to cover the CGI,
I
like
don't
a little
know.
bit of
No.
masking.
I think it was
Maybe.
because they have a black sun.
Yeah, that's how they were
Oh,
explaining
okay.
it.
Yeah.
So
Something
sick.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the impression I got. I don't know if that's actually the case or not.
No, I think they said that.
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And
Gotcha.
it's sick too.
Yeah, it did look
visually.
It did look cool.
So
Yeah.
cool. I'm trying to think. I think the latest Thor film kind of played with the
Oh,
black
did
and white
they?
color.
Oh, isn't like
Um,
Christian Bale black and white
Oh.
or something?
Yeah, and they go onto a planet that
Okay.
has like
I've still never
something
seen
similar. So it dyes everybody black and white.
that. Oh.
It looks nice. It's gorgeous. I heard that for this film they had to commit to the bit where they purchased a certain type of lens that shoots only in black and white.
Oh wow.
So for that scene, if they decided later, hey, let's not do it in black and white,
They couldn't
they
go
couldn't go
back.
back. Yeah, once
That's
you go
wow. That's crazy.
go with that lens.
I feel like you could, but couldn't you digitally like color? I don't know. Maybe that may be too time consuming or something.
yeah,
Maybe that's why they delayed it.
yeah. I wonder.
Well, no, I think they delayed it because of the strike. I think
Mm.
Oh, that was okay. I mean, that makes sense. I thought they might have.
that's what
could've-
everyone was saying. Why it
Okay.
got delayed.
Yeah, I thought this was awesome. It I love sci-fi too. It just made me
Yeah.
realize I was like,
I think
man,
we said
sci-fi is
that
so much fun
In
dude.
our first Dune review, just
Yeah.
how it's nice to go see a sci-fi movie like this.
big old
Yeah.
machinery, big
Yeah.
old ships
Yeah.
just flying around and then laser
Yeah.
beams shooting
Yep.
them down.
I
Forget
like
about
the
it.
Epic.
they're like landmines that blew up that rig.
Yeah, they're like magnetic
yes,
square
that was pretty
things.
cool.
That was cool.
They come out of the sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sand
that
traps.
was neat. Yeah, jeez.
Oh,
The
yeah.
intro.
In the beginning of the movie, they're hiding under the sand with their little breathing
Oh
things.
yes,
That was cool.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was neat.
Yeah.
With their what do you call them?
Kind of like a bamboo straw for
Yeah,
the
right.
water.
Yeah, yes.
With their
yeah.
snorkels, their sand snorkels.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that was neat.
yeah,
I wasn't expecting that. I was like, what are those things sticking out of the ground? And they
Yeah.
come up like, oh,
yeah.
Wow.
They breathe.
What Sam said is she didn't see anything stand out, and I would like agree, especially after watching the first one. It's all very dull, sand colors, a lot of black and white, nothing shiny, no big reds and yellows and stuff like that. Well, maybe for the sunsets, but yeah, it's not like the most colorful film, but I don't know. I still feel like there's some iconic scenes from it
Yeah.
too.
I
Yeah.
could say the same.
We got the worms behind us. That's sick as hell.
Yeah. One thing I can say, the psychedelic of the books.
Sterling said, "Seems like it lost the
Okay.
psychedelic of the
See,
book." I never read the
Yeah,
books.
I haven't either.
Haven't read the
so
books,
I can't
so-
really
Yeah.
say.
They do a little bit of it with the
Oh, that
the holy water
Yeah, I was just gonna
thing.
yeah, the water
the
of
life
the
water
wa-
of
the
life.
water of life.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I get into it a little bit. I think they were more psychedelic. I think in part 1.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
more visions in part 1.
Yeah.
This one got some though.
Yeah, I don't know, Samantha, you maybe felt that like it was kind of boring at times.
Yeah, I didn't get attached to any of the characters,
Yeah,
which I
yeah.
feel like is a big thing for me in movies. Like,
Right.
I definitely thought it was colorful and beautiful and good scenes and stuff, but I didn't feel connected to anyone. I
It's
was
my
like,
problem with
Mm.
like the Star Wars prequels with all the walking down hallways and talking about trade negotiations and federations. It's like, I don't fucking care. I
Yeah.
really don't care.
This
That's why
one's
I
very
feel like that's
political.
why I never really got into Game of Thrones either, and I kind of just gave up on it because it's just too much. It was just too much royalty, families. It's kind of funny because we've been talking about how I've been rewatching Sopranos, and other people have been watching Sopranos, and how it's kind of the same in that, but just to me, it's just more, there's just people getting killed and just I don't know. It's just more maybe it's the contemporaneous. I don't know, I might be making up words here, but it's modern. It's I could see like me being around these people in the Soprano. With this, it's just kind of like it's a little too highfalutin, for lack of a better phrase.
Like a little too grand.
That's what I like, because that's what to me makes the original Star Wars movies so great. Is Han Solo, he's like
Smuggler.
he's a smuggler, swashbuckling kind of guy, and Chuba, Lando Calrissian is kind of in the same way, and Luke Skywalker, I think we can.
Farm boy.
That's why he's such an like everybody likes him, because we kind of relate to him as the audience.
Mhm.
I might be going off topic here, but yeah, there were parts I was kind of just like,
Yeah.
all right, I want to see the worms again. I want to see shit blow up again. And
Yeah.
maybe that's just me being in my ADHD brain. I don't know.
I felt the same way. It was had some action, but not enough for me too.
I kind of, Sterling, what you
attention.
said, that they all got movie people. They did. This is like a time capsule of like who's hot right now. We're gonna look back. It's like this was like the who's who.
Yeah.
Anya Taylor-Joy's in there for like a second.
Yeah, I felt like her mouth was CGI'd. I couldn't
Really?
pin that one.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
interesting.
weird.
Is
It was like
she-
2D almost.
She was in like the future vision. She's like
She's
his
Paul's sister. I think.
Paul's sister.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that what that was?
I think so, yeah. That's what
Pretty
I got.
cool.
That's the impression I got.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I wish we could have seen the child, like the child version, like in the 80s movie.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's who that was, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
I never
Yeah.
watched the 80s version.
Oh, you should watch
You
it
should.
sometime. It is
I
interesting.
tried putting it on the other day.
Oh, really?
So weird, man.
Yeah.
It
Even
is.
as like when I tried to watch when I was younger, I was like, this is too weird.
Yeah, I
Stop
never
it.
saw it as a kid. I don't know how I would have felt about. I probably would. I don't know if I probably would have been maybe kind of bored
Mm.
as well. It's just that's got a great cast too.
Yeah.
To me, I think I appreciate that movie a lot because I like David Lynch a lot, and it's just
Yeah.
such an anomaly in his kind of career when you look back on it.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's definitely not a kind of standout movie, but at the same time, I do think there's something there that's kind of cool, and I kind of like all the weirdness
Yeah.
in a way.
Mm.
Yeah, I
It
do
is-
too.
it- but I think overall these movies kind of work better.
Oh, the new ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they kind of just try to cram too much into one movie for that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this story is a lot more drawn out
Yeah.
and detailed.
And maybe at the same time, but then again, it's like, well, I was a little bored, but at the same time, at least it is a little, I don't know, you could tell that they had more time and just to kind of craft it out with
Mhm.
this. I think with because David Lynch does not look highly upon Dune, the one that he made. And I think it's because like he felt like he was just really kind of pigeonholed into what the studio kind of wanted as to what he kind of wanted to do with it.
Yeah,
But anyway,
I gotta check it out. See how it
yeah,
compares.
I would like to
Yeah,
hear what
it's
you think
interesting.
about it. Yeah, do you like it?
The 80s one, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a cool movie.
yeah, it is. It is neat for what it is. Sam, have you ever seen it? You guys should
No.
watch it sometime. I'd like to hear your opinions on it.
80s one is
I-
goofy, but a lot more spectacular
way, I
slash
can-
memorable.
Yeah, I can see what you're getting at. Yeah,
Yeah, I want to watch it because of that. Like,
Yeah.
how it's goofy. Because Carlos put it on when we were watching it on Discord and just skipped to a random scene. It was like they're in a green room and this giant guy's floating around.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I'm ready
yeah.
for that. I'm
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
for that.
Looks
Yeah,
like they're in New York City though, like all the mechanicals and
Really?
steel work around them. I don't know.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Kind of, yeah,
Whereas this one, it's very smooth, all sandy
Yeah,
surfaces.
right.
There's
yeah,
not many like tables or
Right,
ventilation
right.
systems
Yes, yeah,
going throughout the
right,
palaces. It's all very sleek,
yeah,
very sci-fi-ish.
yeah.
The opening scene with the Arcanids, they're trying to hunt down. I don't know who they're trying to hunt down, but they're like going up the side of a cliff with their like anti-gravity stuff.
Right.
That
Oh,
was a
yeah.
gorgeous shot.
Yeah, that was really-
that was
so
cool.
sick.
That was very
Yeah.
smooth.
Sick way to open the movie.
Yeah,
It's like a thing they have on their belts, right? They like turn it on, it like helps them
think
float. Or is it just the
something's-
gravity of Arrakis?
I don't know. That's a good
Hmm.
question.
Because I was
Like
wondering.
anti-gravity suits or something.
I would
Yeah.
think because then what made me wonder is because Gurney does the same thing. He like floats down very
Right,
slowly.
yes,
So I was like, oh,
yeah.
does he have that same thing that they had, or is it just the gravity of the place? Because when you move around, it doesn't look like they're
Right. It must. Maybe
Uh,
it's some device they have or something.
Yeah, I
maybe we
saw them
weren't paying
cooking
attention.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's probably a device. I would say.
I would imagine so because most of the time they're just walking around like normal.
hmm
So unless they're doing their thing not to attract the worms.
The sand walking was interesting.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
it's got to take forever to
I
get where you got to
know.
go.
That's got to be so like you got to really focus on your like walk.
Patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to interrupt your rhythm
Right.
or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, that must be very stressful.
Yeah,
New movies feel too clean, too Halo-ish.
I can see what you mean by that.
Yeah.
to Halo.
I can see what you mean.
I hope you don't mean the Halo TV show.
But that probably just in general.
Yeah.
I can see what you mean. Yeah, this is much. See, that's the thing, you know. I mean, I'm trying to think of like decent sci-fi that we've had like in the past 25 years, like this century, and I can't name much.
Yeah, I'm trying to think
The
of
Blade Runner
anything
sequel,
recently.
I really like.
Mm,
I like these, and that's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. I'm sure there's
Alien Covenant.
Elite. No, not that movie. I liked Elysium.
Oh yeah, that's one.
Um,
Oh, The Creator just came out where there's like
oh yeah,
human and android
Yeah.
mixes.
You
was
saw that,
fun.
right?
Yeah, that was a
Okay.
good movie. That was actually fun. Good sci-fi.
yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I know in my head.
Mhm.
Good movie. I'll watch it.
The beginning of this movie felt like Lethal Company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're all just marching around in the desert.
You hear the rumbling of the worm and everyone's trying to run away.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that either.
Lethal Company, the
Video game.
Oh, so it's a game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
It's fun.
haven't played that game.
Yeah.
They got sandworms in that one.
Mhm.
Oh really?
That's the one you were playing, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Goofing around on.
Nice.
With Sterling, I think. But yeah, Dune. What else is there to say about part 2? I'm
Well,
looking forward to part 3.
is there going to be a part 3, or is it?
I had to
There's
look that
gotta
up.
be, right?
Yeah, I had to look
'Cause-
it up because I was I know there's like 3 books and then there's a whole bunch of other books, but the 3 are like the main story. And I don't know. I don't know if they finished the 3 books or not, but it sounds like Denis Villeneuve, however you say his name, is writing or wrote the script for the 3rd one.
Hey,
So it sounds like they are planning on a 3rd one.
I'm
'Cause I'm
very
sure this is gonna
Okay.
probably make a decent amount of money.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
Because the books, it's like, was this the second book that they did, or
See, I
was it
don't-
just was it more of the first one?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Sterling, you got to go see these ones.
Yeah.
Tell us. You're the only one who read the book.
Yeah. Yeah, I would I would like to talk to someone who has read the books or even just, books and just see how it kind of lines up.
Call in, Sterling. Call in right now.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you didn't watch the movie, huh? Damn it.
Uh,
Sterling, I definitely recommend it though.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very star-studded cast, and it's like very Hollywoody and all that. But it's it's a good time.
But it doesn't feel like to me, it doesn't feel like they just made it to make a quick buck. Like I do feel like there is like a craftsmanship and good craftsmanship to it.
No, that you can tell that they appreciate what they're doing and they like making this stuff.
Right.
So,
but at the same time, I do kind of see what he's getting at in a sense. Like, yeah, it is kind of like the who's who right now of Hollywood, the cast.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of the mom?
It's hot.
Yeah.
She's hot,
yeah.
But
she is a very pretty woman.
talking to her baby, like she was walking around talking to herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking to her baby.
Creepy.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Strange.
That's on the 80s one. Is it?
I don't remember.
It reminds me of Death
think
Stranding.
so.
He has a little baby he carries around.
Oh, Norman
Sometimes.
fetus.
Oh, does
He's with the fetus.
Yeah.
Did he talk to it?
I mean, once in a while.
Oh,
Like, hey, how you doing? Like, baby will just go. He doesn't talk to him like whatever.
Taking
this
advice
is doing
from
and
a-
doing.
like they were talking in
Right.
this. It's
Yeah,
not like that.
she's like advising the
Right.
mom and
What
stuff.
kind of
Yeah.
advice does a fetus have?
I'm
all
a baby.
I'm floating in my shit water.
Yeah,
like-
yeah. Yeah, it's the all-knowing fetus.
Because she took the water of life while she
Yeah.
was pregnant, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Unlocked her superpowers.
Did
Perhaps
the
so.
did the water of life give her those sick ass tattoos?
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
The mom?
She
Yeah.
probably had the profiteers, whatever you're gonna call them, do that for her.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I really like all the politics about it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's more interesting than the Star Wars prequels.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
but at the
I'm
same
sure.
time, I am still kind of like, all right, let's go.
Oh shit, we have special guest Sterling Beeman in. What's up, Sterling?
Hey,
What's up, man?
Have you watched part 1?
Yeah, I did watch part 1. I liked part 1 a lot on the first viewing. Yeah. Oh, hold on. I think I have 2 things going at first.
Okay.
Okay, let me close out the stream. Okay. Yeah, so part 1 I liked a lot on the first viewing, and then the more I thought about it, the less I liked.
Interesting.
Just felt like there wasn't really that much there to it, and then especially because I went back and reread the book after part 1, and just all the book is like very like rule of cool. It feels like an anime almost. It spends a lot of time with these like really cool like inner monologues, and just like it's just sick. It's just like it feels. It's not pretty. It's not clean cut like the movies try to make it. There's just this whole other like you really, and the first movie it doesn't really sell the whole picture that Paul is realizing that he is like the apex of a millennia long eugenics project. He's just kind of like, oh, he's like freaking out in his tent a little bit, but like he gets it in the book, and it's a super sick moment that they just didn't really get.
Huh, interesting.
Oh.
Wow.
See, I haven't seen the first movie since the theater, so I kind of want to go back and see if my opinion might change now. Because I remember liking it, but at the same time, I feel like that does happen in the sense where, I'm kind of riding the high of the first viewing, and then over time it's kind of like,
I watched it this week and it's still good.
Oh, okay.
It's still really good.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
But of course, I haven't read the books. How far do we get into the books in the first
I think
film?
this movie concludes the first book.
Oh.
And then I haven't read the second one. I have it, but I haven't got around to reading it. And I guess that's where things get like even crazier. Do you guys trip about spoilers? Like, I don't know how far ahead you want to get, because I guess that Paul isn't actually the chosen one; it's his son.
What?
Oh.
Yeah. So and
wow,
it's
so
crazy
creepy.
because Herbert like definitely had a game plan for all of this, and it's not like he's winging it. There's thought and effort. What do they call? What's like the term of phrase, like someone's gun, where like you have to show a gun in like the first scene of the movie, and then later on use it or something like that. Like you have to plant things so that it plays out in the plot, and he does that, and it's really cohesive, and you can tell he had a really good arc for it.
Nice.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
So is it like a trilogy and then there's like other spin-off books?
There's the first 3 were written by Herbert, and then after that, it was written by his sons. And it's funny. There's like this big meme like explaining like how deep you want to get into it, and generally people just say do the first 3.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
I've always wanted to read them, but I've never gotten around to
At
it,
least
'cause
the
they
first
came
one,
out-
like the first one's you got to do. It's so
they
cool.
came out, like in the 60s, right? I want to say.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Damn.
No, there was.
Yeah.
I know it's like a kind of like landmark kind of
For sure.
Sci-fi.
And it's funny because the books, you can realize that it how influential it was for like the young adult genre, even like
bet.
the way Harry Potter's written and stuff like that. It's like
Okay.
it gets across these like really cool ideas, like really powerful ideas, but in a way that anyone can really read.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like George Lucas definitely looked at Dune
Oh yeah.
before he made
Oh,
Star
yeah.
Wars.
Sure.
Without a doubt, with the spice and everything. Yeah.
The Sand People, the Tuscans.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, the whole Tatooine. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty much Dune. Yeah.
It looks like a long one though. I was looking up. YouTube actually has the audiobook for the first
Mhm.
book.
It's
like
a quick
15
read
hours
though.
long.
Yeah. I'd say just read it. It probably goes faster than the audiobook.
Yeah. 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 I'd like to pick them up someday. At least, the first one.
Yeah,
Read it through.
Dune.
Yeah.
And we also have Christopher Walken in this one. The Emperor.
Whoa.
Dude,
Cool.
Yeah.
it's sick. You need to IMAX this one, dude.
Do you plan on watching it?
For sure. Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
go IMAX.
Yeah,
it.
and the 80s one was really cool. What's crazy about the 80s one is they did the whole book in 3 hours, and they
Yeah.
actually did better world building to a degree. Because like the first scene in the 80s one, they actually talk about like the 12 houses of the universe that are all competing, and they don't even really get into that in these ones, I don't think, as maybe they do in
I
the
thought it
second
was
one.
I thought it was just the 2 houses.
Yeah.
No, there's like a whole 12. It's like the whole galaxy.
Okay, wow.
Oh,
And
shit.
the politics of it.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
That's really cool.
They do show up at the very end of number 2.
The rest of yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, that's because I felt like kind of gypped with the world building in part 1. I was just kind of like, oh, all right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, in this movie they show at the end not really, I don't know, you've read the book, so I don't want to like spoil anything.
I don't give a hoot about spoilers. It's just like I don't know what you guys want to do with the audience. I don't know what the game plan is.
Well, at the end the Paul Atreides, he just goes on without Chani, which surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting that, to be honest. I thought he was gonna like have at least most of the rest of the story with her.
Can you pull up the 84 Dune? And I just want to compare. I always forget like who's who in the 84 Dune and the new one.
Yeah, Paul's like the guy from Twin Peaks.
Yes, we know this guy. I was going to show you when the movie ended. He just met him up in Washington because he goes to these like Twin Peaks festivals. I was like, oh shit, that's so cool. He met Paul. He met the old Paul Atreides. No, but that's because I don't know. Do you like David Lynch's work at all?
Yeah, I do. From what
cool.
I've seen, I don't know the ins and outs. I've seen the more obscure ones, like
okay.
I haven't seen Twin Peaks in its entirety, but I've seen like Inland Empire. So
that's a crazy movie.
That's a crazy movie. Yeah.
Have you ever seen Lost Highway?
No, I haven't seen that. I saw Eraserhead with my dad on public television when I was really young, and I was like, "What the f am I watching right now?"
A really good one. Dune is actually really important in his filmography because this is where he met Kyle MacLachlan and a bunch of other people that he would work with on Twin Peaks. And his next movie, which Blue Velvet, which might be his most famous.
I haven't seen that one either. Yeah, I know that's a good one. Yeah,
it's really great.
It's funny. I just realized that I remember watching this movie with my grandma when I was really little, but the story of the guy who crosses like the U.S. on a tractor to go visit his brother.
Oh, the straight story. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
And that's a David Lynch movie. I was like, what the hell?
That's another one that's kind of, like not his usual repertoire, so to speak. But I like that movie. That's a fun little
cute movie for sure.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Who plays Sean? Is it Sean Young who plays Shawnee in this one? It doesn't even have her. That's weird.
I gotta be honest. I'm so over Zendaya. She's in everything.
Yeah, I think,
everything.
I think she did a fine job in this, though. If I were to kind of rate her performance, I
felt
thought
like
she was fine.
in the beginning, it would cut to Zendaya to let us
Okay,
know
so
how
John
we
Young
should
is
feel.
okay. So Patrick Stewart is Josh Brolin's character. It's just I'm kind of cracking up, linking all these together.
What'd you say, Sam?
Yeah, sorry, Sam.
Oh, it felt like in the beginning of the movie, it would cut to Zendaya to let us know how we should feel. She was always scowling and making faces.
Yeah.
She probably has her and Chalamet definitely have the most to do, like performance wise. I feel like, although I guess Austin Butler is Austin Butler's. I think Austin Butler's Sting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fade Ralpha.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Austin Butler's in this. That's funny. He was just in Elvis, wasn't he?
That's
Yeah.
what Carlos kept bringing up. There's
Yeah.
so many like we were saying. I'm sure you heard before. Like this is definitely like 10 years from now, we're gonna be like, yeah, that was like the time capsule
Right,
of actors
for sure.
this time.
Yeah, and then you said Anya Taylor-Joy's in this. I'm like, of course she was.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like all these people are just popping up in everything right now.
Austin Butler did some interviews where he said he couldn't drop the Elvis accent, so I was waiting for him to accidentally do like a little
funny.
Memphis like.
Yeah,
He licked his blade and said, "Thank you."
Yeah, that's funny. He and Skarsgård sounded very similar.
Yeah, that surprised me.
They sort of have that.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of.
he's like
voice.
Tom Hardy after Bane. Like Tom Hardy just never
Yeah.
showed a Bane voice. I was just watching The Revenant when I saw you guys' stream. I was thinking of that.
hell yeah.
I still have never seen that.
Oh, it's a good
Oh,
one.
I know, yeah,
Revenant's good.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, very good.
I love
Yeah.
Skarsgård whenever he shows up.
Yeah,
So cool.
yeah.
Aren't there like 4 of them? Like 4 brothers?
There's
Oh,
a lot of
yeah.
Skarsgård.
Yeah.
He's they're remaking The Crow, and I think it's the guy that did Pennywise is gonna be the Crow.
Yeah,
They're everywhere.
I just showed an image of him. He looks kind of
I don't.
interesting.
I mean, I'm not a big. I like the movie, but yeah,
Bill Skarsgård.
is it Bill? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really care, but at the same, I don't plan on watching it because I just if I want to watch The Crow, I'll watch the Brandon Lee one. That's just me.
I haven't even seen that.
It's a cool movie. It's sad that that movie unfortunately kind of killed him, but
Yeah, that's
you
a
know,
trip.
so, yeah, for the movie itself though, it's pretty cool.
Okay.
I would watch it.
Maybe one of these days.
Yeah,
I got too many in my queue.
I know.
Yeah.
It's too many
Same.
movies, too little time.
So much
Yeah.
to watch.
So how does Dune Part 2 do with their like underground, like the Fremen? I forget the words for them. They're sieges, like they're underground, like big towns or cities. I know, isn't there like a big one they get to?
Kinda.
Yeah, there's
but we
might
don't
be
really
a-
explore it too
Yeah,
much.
we don't. It
Yeah.
kind of reminded
Really?
me of like the Jawas. You remember like when R2D2's going through the canyon and the Jawas are kind of all watching him.
Yeah.
I remember when they kind of have a scene like that. I was like, oh, this looks like kind of reminded me of that a lot.
Yeah. We don't really go in depth on them. It just kind of shows like maybe a hallway or two and a room or two, and it's like, okay.
That's because in the book it's a big part. I don't, as far as like actual chapter wise, I don't know how much of the book was dedicated to it, but Paul like began a life down there with Chani and his kids.
What?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
crazy.
it's kind of a trip. They kind of glossed over that.
Maybe number 3.
Maybe number 3.
they're
Yeah.
separated now.
Yeah.
Oh shit! You're right. Are they? Are they separated?
Were they setting him up
She might
with
hang around.
Florence Pugh's character?
Mhm.
Okay.
Is that's his like?
Which can you look
You
up?
can't have 2 bad bitches.
Princess. Can you go to? I think that's Virginia Madsen. Can you go to the 84 one? Sorry to
84.
boss you around.
You have to have your ladies on board.
Yeah.
When you're
Um,
Timothee Chalamet, they let you do it.
Got the hair.
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Where's
Lady Jessica.
is that? Wait,
No,
it's Princess something or it is Virginia Madsen. Okay.
Plays Florence Pugh's character.
Yeah. She like opens up it's like the opening of Dune because she opens it up kind of explaining the world and it
Yeah.
kind of fades
Right.
out and it's like it just cracks me up because it's like, oh, by the way, it's like she forgot. It's hard to explain, but it's such a funny opening narration. It's like she explains everything. It's like, and then it fades out and you think it's over and then she comes back. It's like, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention
That's
something.
right.
It's so funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
That movie is just there's a lot of charm with that movie.
Right. Yeah, people
It's not-
dog on it, but all in all, I
Yeah.
think it's charming for sure.
Yeah, and
It
he was a hot. We talked about it in our Elephant Man review. He was a hot commodity because Elephant Man like was nominated for Best Picture and Best Actor. Like it was a really critical darling, and George Lucas wanted him to do Return of the Jedi and all this stuff, and he chose to do Dune. And I think that's why he never like did anything like that ever again because he had such a bad experience on it. But I'm glad we got it though. It's just a fun little 80s sci-fi movie. I don't know, little, but
I feel like it'd be fun to watch with friends.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
oh yeah,
To
definitely.
just freebase them.
Yeah,
There's a lot of wacky shit in
There
there.
is
You
some-
go, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Why is the cat doing that thing?
We
Yeah.
Do you plan on seeing it in IMAX, Sterling?
Oh, for sure. No other way to do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I
no.
was thinking of like the fake IMAX thing that you're saying, CJ. That makes sense because a lot of people like, I don't know, it's probably just like a marketing thing that it's an IMAX screen to get people in. It's like a little bit bigger and comfier chairs, but
I've
it's
never
not the real deal.
thought it. I'm sorry to cut you off. I've never thought
It's
it's
okay.
be comparable.
I did go to the one. There's a Regal in Delta Shores, and they have an IMAX screen. It's nice. It is a big screen, but it's
Mhm.
not that IMAX
No.
big.
Right.
not
That's
a-
kind
it's
of
not
been
a-
my go-to theater lately is the Delta Shores.
It's nice.
It is nice.
I don't think
Theater.
I've ever been to that one.
It's a little, kind of
pretty
a
new.
little further from
Oh,
you guys.
okay. Is it like
Going that way.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the theater we saw it in though is there's a lot of seats in it. So it's like
Yeah.
they're really like cramped together. So
Yeah.
it was a really big crowd.
Yeah,
That
it is.
theater stresses me out.
It's big.
yeah.
It's a tall screen.
Mhm.
Well, and like if you have to go to the bathroom, you're
It's
crawling all
that's
over
what.
people's laps.
Oh man, I was like, that's why I told Christian right when I was like, I gotta piss so
Yeah.
bad. It's like I didn't want to get up and get in everybody's way.
I was getting
I want
distracted
to be
because I
that
was like,
person.
do I do it? No, I don't want to do it.
I was
Do
only gonna do it if one of so you did it like early on, and I didn't have.
fucking
I didn't-
kicked the
I
back of somebody's seat. Dog.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
didn't have to.
get
I didn't have to
dog. I
go
gotta
yet. And then
piss.
like I was like, I'm only gonna go if Christian or Samantha or Carlos go again, and you guys didn't. So I was like, all right, guess I'm stuck here. 'Cause
Toughen it out.
I don't want to be that guy.
It's an old school theater experience.
Yeah,
And we saw Batman
really.
and
The newest one with Pattinson. Oh, okay, cool.
yeah, and
Wow.
I was drunk.
Nice.
And we were sitting in the middle, so when we got there, everyone was grumbling at us already, and then I had to go to the bathroom and was getting grumbled at on my way out. So I was in the lobby calling my brother to come pick me up because I did not want to go back in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And CJ
That's
CJ came
wow.
out and dragged me back in.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
I cannot do it.
That's
I can't.
too funny. Yeah, it is. I don't like doing that. It is like really
Yeah.
just uncomfortable, and I feel like a douche for getting in everybody's way.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I mean, it's worth it. It's a pretty awesome experience.
Yeah.
I think
Especially
that,
once you get to the bathroom.
oh yeah, that's an awesome
The
experience
relief.
too.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. That's I cannot put into words how that feels holding your bladder for so long and then release.
Did you guys see Poor Things?
Yes.
Yes.
It
That's
was
the-
cute.
Frankenstein one, right?
Yeah.
It was a cutie
That
for
was
sure.
the same one.
You just watch it recently?
I went to Doco last weekend to watch it
Oh, cool.
Okay.
at the Golden One Theater. Yeah,
I-
pleasantly surprised with that one for sure.
That was my favorite movie of 2023.
Mhm.
I think maybe they're
Yeah.
showing it again now because of the Oscar buzz. It's nominated like for Oscars, but I
Oh.
think
Okay.
right. I want to say
Probably.
they do that. I know they do that a lot.
Yeah.
They put movies back in like around the time of the Oscars.
It already won a couple awards
Yeah, I could see
from those
it.
other ones.
Yeah, like
Award
Golden,
shows.
Golden Globes and stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
It had Willem Dafoe, so it was destined to be good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
True.
Facts.
Facts.
Yes.
Facts.
That's machine.
Facts of life.
I don't want to spoil this one too much. I guess should we just rate it?
Sure.
Yeah,
Definitely recommend everybody go see it. Check it out.
definitely.
But Ian, do you want to rate it first? Out of 5?
Sure.
How many worms?
Sandworms. I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of it does have to do with the IMAX experience. But at the same time, I mean, you know, it's just like I said, I was kind of bored. It's just I don't know. You're right, Christian. It's not as boring or kind of just numbskullingly just dull as the Star Wars prequels can get. But there were I will have to admit there were times where I was just like, all right, let's get back to the fun stuff. But
I can understand that.
at the same time, though, I do understand what they're doing with that. They are trying to tell a story and flesh things out, so I get it. Yeah, it is just a very, very well crafted movie. So yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
Nice. 4 out of 5. Christian, what do you give Dune Part 2?
Yeah, I'll say the same thing. 4 out of 5.
Nice.
4 worms. I don't fully agree that it was super boring. I mean, like, obviously, you're not saying like the whole movie's boring,
No.
obviously, but like,
Some lulls.
Yeah,
it's just it
that that could just be me, just my my attention span. Who knows?
yeah, I don't like, it's possible, but yeah, it gets a little bit kind of like, okay, I care about this. Oh, okay, that's kind of interesting. That's cool. That reveal about his family, that was
Interesting.
definitely interesting for
I am your
sure.
father. No. I am your
The
grandfather.
grandfather, yeah.
Mm.
I don't remember that being in the 84 version.
Skarsgård, the fat guy.
Did they say in the 84 version that they're related? Because I can't remember.
It is actually
Yeah, I actually I don't know, or maybe I'm just thinking of the books. But I
Yeah, I don't. They
Yeah.
might not have touched upon that in the 84 version. I need to rewatch that. Sometime we should
Dude,
give it
let's
a
do a
wa-
watch through,
along.
dude.
I'd like to see
I'm
what Chris
down.
thinks of that movie too.
Yeah,
Chris, I'm sure
get
Chris would
Chris.
probably get a kick out of it.
yeah, you would.
Sterling too. You should review it with us.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd be happy to. Yeah. Thanks for
Yeah.
letting me hop on. By the way, this is a lot of fun.
No,
Oh,
you,
yeah,
you're
no problem.
you are an awesome guest.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Have I,
exactly.
have I never met you, right?
I don't
No,
think
I
we've
don't think
ever
so.
met.
Okay.
Christian
Yeah.
and Ian.
Yeah.
Hey, hi guys.
Yeah,
Nice to meet
pleasure.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hair shake. Hair
Wow.
handshake. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got 4, 4. Sam, what do you give Dune 2?
4.
A 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I feel bad because I hope I didn't bring the morale down on this movie. Like it
No.
wasn't my favorite or anything,
No.
but it was still very well shot. I
Mhm.
liked the costuming.
I do see what you mean. Yeah. Like I do. When you said that, I was like, yeah. Like I do get where you're coming from. Usually I'm the person. I feel like there was a while where it's like everyone, we would go see something, everyone was just over the moon. I was just like, oh, I gotta be that guy. Yeah. So I get that kind of feeling.
Yeah, and I relate to like feeling like there wasn't too much that was attention grabbing. Like
Yeah.
I started like looking around,
Yeah.
like waiting for something to happen. So
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing blows your mind.
Yeah.
really.
yeah, and like I couldn't relate to anyone. I
Right.
didn't like. I love a movie where at the end I'm like in tears. Like I felt
Yeah.
something and
Hmm.
didn't get anything like that from this.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
only time I really kind of felt anything was like just shots. Just like it's like, wow, that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like nothing really from the performances. And maybe that's the point of Dune. Maybe we're not. I don't know. Again, I haven't read the books, so I'm not sure if maybe there's a lot more emotion or whatever you want to call it there. But I kind of feel I kind of go into this like more for spectacle
Mhm.
Yeah.
than sort of
Yeah.
the kind of character driven. But that's just me. Who knows? Maybe some people do get a lot out of it. You never know.
That person would be me.
Yeah.
I give this one a perfect score. 5 out of
Oh, wow.
5.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, this one's sick as fuck,
Wow.
dude.
How do
Okay.
you?
Oh, yeah.
How,
It is a spectacle.
comparing the first one to this, like, because I don't remember what we rated the first one.
We gave it a perfect score.
I'm
I'm pretty sure.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Wow.
I
I
might
remember
have.
you being more
Maybe you gave it
psyched
like a
about it
4.5.
like when it came out too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I think
yeah,
it's because we hadn't had like something like that for a little bit.
that
We
was like
just
the
come out of the pandemic. Yeah.
2021.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I was listening to the review of our part 1, and I forgot that movies
not-
released at the same time at home. as
Oh,
in
that's
theaters.
right.
I was
That's
all.
right.
You went to the theater
We-
in
we
that
saw it
one,
at
and I
Doco.
was like, "Oh yeah, I just watched it home on Netflix
Yeah.
or something."
That's
like that.
right.
I watched it
Okay.
at home. Yeah.
No, we saw it at Doco. You, Jason, and Michael and I saw it at Doco.
All right, I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, we
Don't
did.
mind me.
We saw it at the theater.
Anyway, the spectacle, amazing. I was just constantly with my mouth agape for all those scenes, the big grandiose scenes. The action's awesome in there. You got the helicopters that aren't shooting like miniguns; they're shooting like shotgun miniguns, like just spraying all
Whoa.
over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun world to explore, and this is me coming from a place where I don't know anything about Dune.
Yeah.
You know, I just watched Star Wars, maybe an episode of Star Trek in the past, but this is sick as hell. I love the use of the black and white for the black sun. That's always fun. Getting a little change up on our what kind of lenses we're using. I like all the actors. These are all my favorite actors. They're in Death Stranding. Leah Sado is in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Lawrence
Yeah.
Pugh. I like having all these big Hollywood actors. And you know who actually stood out to me in one scene was Dave Bautista
Yeah.
as Beast Raban.
He was really kind of going nuts at times.
Usually he's very aggressive, but to
Yeah.
see him in retreat and in fear of like
Right.
Paul and
yeah.
all the Sand Raiders was crazy.
He's the big guy, right? That was in Blade Runner. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a big muscly guy.
Who is
Yeah.
it? And I feel like I'm a broken record. Who is it in the 84 version?
Beast Raban.
Yeah. I wonder if I think I know it. I think it's Bluto from Popeye, which I've never seen. It is Bluto from Popeye.
Paul
Paul L. Smith.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I like this movie a lot.
Oh, yeah.
It's so
Nice,
good.
man.
And then the
Good.
sandworms, you got to put your hooks in the flaps.
Yeah.
The only thing, the IMAX we went to didn't have the tub. No worm tub. No flashlight tub.
No
Yeah.
sand pit to go play in.
Yeah,
Yeah. Unfortunately.
yeah, they sold out. Everyone just
Yeah.
needs them
Exactly.
and make the
We're too late.
modifications to your flashlight.
Yes. Yeah, we're too late to the party.
I don't, yeah. So, like I was saying, I don't know too much about Dune, but in Star Wars, the original trilogy, it's flirted with the idea that Luke might turn to the dark side. And in this franchise, it feels like Paul Atreides is destined to become like a bad guy and start killing everybody.
Yeah, he really like owns the role of like being he's not like emperor. He's
Like
right.
the
It's
chosen
the
one.
Kiswatch
Yeah.
Hatteract or whatever you call it, the apex of the
Yeah.
Bene Gesserit project.
There's
So
so
he's
many
like
different reasons
he has
that.
like all the cognitive abilities of the Mentats, but also takes it to a metaphysical degree that they can't. So he's like the perfect human essentially,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
which is something you get in the books, and like that's something that's like
Yeah.
that like really hits you over the head is like the Bene
Uh-huh.
Gesserit project, and that's like what gives it the scope. Like when you played Halo for the first time, and you're realizing like the scope of it, and like it
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
gets you wrapped up and excited.
Yeah.
I hope they tackled it with this movie because there's some really big, exciting ideas in this story.
They definitely do. Like, once he starts like owning that, like the role of emperor, whatever it is, like he
Leader.
takes the emperor's role because he like makes him kneel down and shit.
Dude, kiss the ring,
Yeah.
dog. Kiss the
Yeah.
ring.
The Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah. You killed my groove.
Yeah. God,
Way to
remember
go.
I told you guys before. I think we weren't serious. I just kept seeing Christopher Walken. It's like before we're done here, y'all be wearing gold-plated diapers. It's like I was just waiting for him to say something like that.
I had this watch
Yeah,
up my.
yeah.
Yeah.
And now I give it to you,
Yeah.
Paul Atreides.
Yeah. I give this ring to you. Don't lick it. It's been up my ass.
I will agree though. I did only see Christopher Walken. I didn't see an emperor. or anything. I was
Yeah,
like, no,
yeah,
that's just
Christopher
me.
Walken.
That's just me, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
It
get
didn't
it.
affect me.
yeah.
Though. It's fine. It's cool that he showed up.
I know. Yeah,
Glad he's
he's
still
got to
acting.
be up there.
Yeah, for real.
He looks,
He's
yeah,
been around for a long time.
he looked old.
Yeah, he's an old kind of guy.
Yeah, Dune 2, everybody. I'm excited for Dune 3.
Yeah, well, I will definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna look forward to it as well.
IMAX it.
I think these movies, and this might, maybe not everyone would agree with this. I think this is better than anything Star Wars has done this century or the past 25
Oh,
years.
without a doubt.
Okay, all right.
Without a
Well, I'm
doubt.
glad that's not a hot take.
No,
Yeah.
Dune started it first
Sad.
anyway.
Yeah,
I
I mean, because I'll always adore the original trilogy, but
Mhm.
it's just like
that didn't come out this century though.
it was very true. And, Star Wars has had some okay things this century, but overall, it's been kind of. So it's nice that we get stuff like this.
Yeah.
That is feels fresh.
Yeah.
Feels spicy.
Yes, herbs and spices that make us feel nice as the breeze.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Well, it sounds like we're gonna have to do a Dune 1984 review.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm down.
Let's
I am
do it.
down.
we're very down.
Next week we'll be dropping our review of what did we just
Oh,
review?
Boogie Nights.
Boogie
Boogie
Nights. Yeah.
Oh shoot, that one has its ups and its downs.
Yes.
I remember
lot
we
of
were
down.
saying there's like a kind of like it hits a peak and then just starts going down.
Yeah.
real quick.
For sure.
Yeah, I guess I won't spoil what we talked about, but yeah, I really like that movie.
That was PTA, right? PTA
Yes,
did that.
Yes, that's
He
I
was
think
just in Sacramento filming a movie.
right. That's
Crazy.
why we reviewed it because I was like, oh yeah, like he did Boogie Nights, and then we are like, let's review
Right.
Boogie Nights. Chris has been talking about Boogie Nights too.
Mhm.
That's my favorite movie of his.
Oh, I love There Will Be Blood. That's my
A lot of
personal
people
favorite.
do. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it, but to me, Boogie Nights will always. It's just something about
Yeah.
that movie. It's just so captivating to me.
How was Licorice Pizza? I didn't see that one.
It was good.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
That was fun.
yeah, it was good. We got to see that in 70 millimeter at the tower. Which is
Yeah.
really
Sure.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I would recommend if you can find it. I would recommend watching it.
Mm.
I used to go to Tower DVD and just pick up a DVD and add to my collection, but now that's gone.
Yes, I miss
Wow.
those
Yeah.
days so much.
I
And now there's
know.
nothing there. It's just
Yeah.
an empty.
Yeah.
it's empty a
exactly.
lot. It's so sad, man. I
Stupid.
miss because it was Dimple, I think, for a good while.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was Dimple.
I miss those so much, so much.
Mhm.
I should make more.
Yeah, I like
caves.
having a physical collection because
Yeah.
you think of how much you're like putting into like Netflix and HBO and everything. It's like you could spend that money on like your physical collection that they can't like pull off every month.
So Steven and I, we've been on a Tupac kick movie wise, and they had Above the Rim on Tubi, and we watched it the day before they took it off. And I
Oh,
was like, thank
dang.
Christ we watched it because I can't stand that. It's like, and that's why it's like I'll go and buy it, so
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about
Yeah.
oh I can't watch it anymore because they took it
Yeah.
off Netflix or whatever streaming service.
Exactly.
It's so infuriating.
And then you have to like look up what service it's on, and it's all
Yes.
it's a gamble if it's there or not.
Yeah,
you know?
it's I just rather go to a shelf and just pick it up and put the disc in, and you're good.
Yep.
I was having that problem with video games the other day. I was looking for my old copy of Command and Conquer, but I guess they got rid of a certain service, so I had to go
Really?
find out a different
Dude,
service.
that's lame.
I don't know. It was confusing.
It's sad, man.
It scared me.
Yeah. Yeah. It should
I
scare
was
you.
startled.
It should scare you. Yeah. No, it's not. I don't really like the way we're going, but I mean, I get it. Like it does say space, but at the same time, you don't, even when you buy stuff digitally, like you don't technically own it. If they lose the rights, they can yank it from you. It's like this dude I watched on YouTube years ago, like in the mid 2010s, he always called it long-term renting. And that's kind of what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
With all that stuff, video games, movies, like if the service loses the rights, they can take it away from you.
Xbox has talked about getting rid of physical stuff altogether and just having it be a subscription.
Sony,
Right.
hasn't Sony talked about that
Oh.
too? I think
They-
I've
yeah.
all video games. It's sad.
Like they
Yeah.
want you to just have Game Pass.
Yeah.
So-
I don't know.
That's a possibility.
Yeah.
The future.
Yep.
Sci-fi. We're living in the sci-fi
I
universe
guess
right
we
now.
are.
They will never take my lawn mowing simulator away from me.
Out of my cold, dead hands.
Precisely.
All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, all of
everyone.
you.
Thank you,
Sterling,
Sterling,
for
for
calling
joining
in.
us. man.
Hey, thanks for having me, you guys. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
That's
need
cool.
to have you on again.
That'd be
Hell.
awesome.
Until next time, everybody.
Until next time, y'all.
Stay